you're looking for a camera for video, photo, and you want it to be really cool. This is a camera that was described at launch as being Batman's choice camera. It's the S5 Mark II. And today I'm testing out the X, because I've technically done one on my S5 Mark II. The camera itself borrows many of the same specs from the S5 Mark II, including the 24 megapixel full frame sensor, the face detect hybrid autofocus, the active stabilization, 4K 60. It does, however, have a lot of more baseline sneaky features. For example, the 4K is up to 800 megabits a second. High frame rate is 422 instead of 420, and then you've also got live streaming capabilities. The camera's awesome, and it's only made better by the fact it just looks the part. The stealth design was taking out all of the colouring from the lettering on the actual camera. It looks gorgeous, and let's see how it does. Also, we sell cages, so let's outfit this properly with a Condor Blue cage, a Ninja Ultra, as well as a V-mount battery. This is going to be awesome. But first things first, let's get rid of all that and do photo. Here it is, the S5 Mark II. Going to be testing out with two of the same lenses at the moment. We've got the Sigma 2470 f2.8 and then the Panasonic 2470 f2.8 for a video that will follow this one. But it's going to be quite fun just to test it out and really see if I've actually missed out on something when it comes to this camera. Now, just behind me, we've got this beautiful harsh light coming in, and I do really like playing with light with my photos. So I'm going to see if I can get some cool street photography and wait for somebody to go through this light in a interesting way. Yes, this camera is more video centered. However, it is a hybrid camera, so the photo specs and how the images render is actually important as well. And I am really happy with the photos that I've gotten out of this. I tried some video on the stabilization before I did the model shoot, and surprise, surprise, the stabilization is excellent, and it's one of my favorite stabilizations there is. Something I'm noticing straight away here is the actual viewfinder is excellent, super sharp. And compared to my A7C II, I think I actually do prefer this viewfinder. When it comes to people like myself, it feels right in your hand. And I think that's one of the most important things when it comes to picking a camera. I've said it again and again, is making sure you pick the right one for you and that feels the best for you to be able to actually use, because the only way you're going to really take advantage of a camera is if you enjoy shooting with it. I think that's the real key here. It is quite funny doing these videos in Cardiff because you eventually get stopped quite a bit because people realise you're just talking to yourself about cameras half the time. It is a lot of fun. Like that was interesting. But really enjoying shooting with the S5 Mark II right now. Just in front of Cardiff Market at the moment, and you know that I like to check it out every now and then, so gonna go do that, take some photos, take some video. Getting a bit overcast now, so losing some of that harsh light. With that 24 megapixel full frame sensor, you get photos that are clear, very precise, and have a certain pop about them, and that's what I really enjoyed about shooting with this camera. These were of course my favourite photos of today. It was just of a skateboarder that I managed to capture balancing on a bag. Pretty incredible. Without further ado, let's get on to shooting some video with this awesome camera. This is the Condor Blue cage, and it's a very pretty cage, but I wanted to check out some of the external recording settings on the actual S5 Mark II X. Kind of gave me the perfect opportunity to really show off and have a big cage whilst I'm shooting. A little bit excited for that, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's wait a little bit and see when they get here and get on with it, shall we? If you're subscribed to this channel, you may have already seen this shoot. I was actually shooting with a Canon A1, which is a film camera. The photos I was really happy with actually, and go check out the video up above. However, I did want to make sure I shot video with this camera for this shoot, as it gave me an opportunity to really focus in on what this can really do, and if it's something that I myself would be tempted to as a Sony shooter. Going to load this up with some Kodak Gold to get some shots. It's very bright today and we can get some stuff. Speaking of, yep, I am Stuart. Yeah. what I've done is just set this up to a ProRes on the actual monitor. I don't actually have enough card space to be able to hold raw footage. So just going to be testing out the Ninja Ultra on that at the moment and see kind of what I can get out of it. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, amazing. You're going to look out towards the light, so go back again. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, sick. All right, I could shoot here forever, but I think what we're going to do is actually head over around the other side. Seeing this location before, I do like shooting it, and I think it's going to look pretty cool with doing some shots with Benny here. You enjoying yourself, Benny?
Yeah, it's quite fun.
No, I just like to ask, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just finished up with Benny there. Absolutely lovely chap. It was actually a great experience all in all. Is it something that I'm personally tempted by? I mean, yeah, for the same price as they can make my main camera, I could get 2 of these. And like as you can see here, you can rig it up really nice, just like you can rig up the FX3 as well. The camera has some really impressive specs all in all, and it works really nice with the Ninja system here. Overall, really impressed with it. Quite like it. It's a lot of fun. And I like my fun, basically. So, gonna drop this back to Camera Centre UK. Yes, I am just filming this in front of a coffee shop in the centre of Cardiff because I like to challenge myself. What did I think of the S5 II X? The photo quality is excellent and it's what you would expect out of a full frame sensor, which is enough for pretty much anything you really need. I think for a long time I actually shot on a 12 megapixel sensor, so 24 is more than enough. It's excellent. You know, it can pretty much do anything you really throw at it. What did I think of the camera in general in terms of the ergonomics? The camera felt perfect inside of my hand, and when I was using it, I genuinely had no complaints about it. It's a little bit bigger than what I'm used to when it comes to the Sony cameras that I actually use, which in many retrospects is actually a bonus there, and you know, pretty excellent. Talking about the video specs, let's have a look at the actual timeline itself, and you'll actually be able to see kind of like the shots in which I got out of it. So of course this is the stuff that I got just in front of the museum, and play it. As you can see, it is grading really quite nice, and when it came to stuff that I was shooting for the A7C II, because of the lighting conditions it was very harsh, so if I was to light it like I was trying to light the model, I'd end up losing a lot of the detail. I do actually like how the S5 II X actually graded. I think the look of the image was just something else actually. I was really quite impressed with that. And that's me being surprised there, because it's not necessarily a camera I've looked at too often, but I was really impressed with it, and I can't say anything wrong about it in that retrospect. After we shot stuff on the steps, we then moved up into the actual main bit of the museum, the entranceway, and there we had incredibly harsh light. Now here what I wanted to do is play with the sort of like the darkness of the shot and really see kind of like how much range I could get out of both the highlights and the shadows there. And these are the shots that you've seen on what I've got out of it. Really loving how the shots look just in general. I kind of like this big kind of retreat from the model there. Beautiful colours from the skin tones to the highlights, and then nice deep blacks with what looks to be very little noise on this screen here. This was quite a cool shot. I mucked around about with the speed of it. I gave it a bit of stabilization, and I was actually doing a Hitchcock shot there. So as I was going in, I was zooming out. Of course, it wasn't going to be like gimbal-like quality. I knew that, so stabilizing it out and making it as smooth as possible inside of DaVinci, you got this really cool effect. Again, really big fan of how the tonal range of the skin tones to the shadows came out in those shots, and overall very impressed with what I ended up getting. So yeah, in conclusion, I was impressed, confused at the end of playing with this camera. It's something that I would love to try over 3-4 months, maybe see if I want to switch. Do I think it's better than my current setup with the FX3 and the A7C II? I don't know, but when you're really considering this camera, budget is very much in the mix here. And they've actually priced it at a really decent part in the market, which means before you even look at getting yourself an FX3, you come across this camera and be like, you know, it covers everything I need it to. And at the end of the day, when it comes to picking the right camera for you, it very much comes down to that. It's the camera that really fits within your workflow, right? And this is the thing I'm really impressed by with the S5 II X. I've been finding it hard to actually say that again and again, is the fact that overall, I haven't actually got anything to complain about it with. So yeah, those are my general thoughts on the S5 II X. What do you think? If you like this video, make sure you like, follow and subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good day.